Welcome to this video. In today's video, I want to remind everybody that all reality is real, but all that is outside of reality doesn't exist. Nothing in society is real. You have to understand this. Nothing in society is real at all. At all. The buildings are made by our hands with whatever tools we use, machines, Yeah, the laws we enforce and we make, they are obviously put in place. They are. It's just really the actions of people. The actions. But if you're going to talk about actual reality, there's no such thing as hierarchy. There's no such thing as a human being that is more anything than anyone else. We are all human, so you can call them a king and follow the king, call them a president and follow the president. It's all just literally just in our heads. It's in the mind. It's all in the mind, So money doesn't exist. You can't earn money from someone because people put prices and values on things that don't actually exist. They put the price and the value on things, and you think you work hard to earn this point system, basically, to please others, and that somehow there's a way to doing things that you're going to get something in return for it. But the truth of the matter is, it doesn't work like that. I can tell you that I'll give you 5 apples for washing my windows. I might give 10 apples to somebody else, or I might cut it down and say, no, you're just going to get 2 apples because you've not satisfied me. My satisfaction in the work you do, if I call myself a boss and you call me your boss, that satisfaction that I have, or lack of satisfaction, or the bullshit that comes out of my mouth, it's all the same. It's just me. It's not you. Regardless of how much sweat and effort you put in to try to please me, in any way, shape or form, you cannot earn from another human being respect, friendship, love, trust, friendship, honesty, kindness, forgiveness, yes. All of these words, any kind of emotion that then goes into action, and someone comes up to you and punches you in the face and says you've earned it because of the way you've behaved or the way you've spoken. That's bullshit, because it was their action. Somebody else might have forgiven you, or someone else might have given you a hug, or a thumbs up, or held the door open for you. Our actions and behaviours are our own. Too many people believe that the world is based on earning from other people, and that somehow words and ideas can affect someone, that words can hurt someone, offend someone. You can't say that. You can say something to someone and they might feel very upset or offended, and you might say the same thing to somebody else and they may feel less or more offended, or they might giggle at it and laugh, or someone might take it as a compliment, a positive compliment. So at the end of the day, you cannot even intentionally 100% hope to whatever it is affect someone. I'm saying your words and your mind and opinions and ideas don't affect people. They're reflecting on their own weaknesses and strength, and they're making choices to act out. So whatever someone gives you, a pat on the back, extra money, a punch in the face, whatever it is, or can't forgive you, or whatever it is, or they choose to respect you, or they look up to you in some way, or admire what you've done, or they are disgusted by what you've done. It's ultimately their own logic in their own mind. That's what it is. All of their own sense is their own logic. It's their own mind. All of their intelligence, their own logic, their own knowing. It's a mirror, and they're just jumping spontaneously from their feelings inside. It's got nothing to do with you. So someone could be rude to me, I mean, really rude, and maybe they're even intending to be rude, and I might feel upset by it. But what they've done and what I've, what they've done or said, and what I've felt and how I've reacted are two different things. How I behave in reaction and how upset I might feel or happy or whatever, that's my own self. I might be so pleased and say, hey, you've earned my respect. You've earned the recognition, the gratitude. You've earned this higher wage and I'm going to pay you because I'm the boss. I could say that if I was a rich man, which I'm not. I'm poor as fuck. Okay, some, but do you know what I mean? It's all me, and whatever's in your world is all you. You can never earn from anyone. So money's a made-up thing. Money's laws, regulations, rules, traditions, cultures, fashions, trends, inventions, good and bad. Useful tools or weapons. Tools and how they're used, be it TV, radio, internet, telephone, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's just all ideas. Written languages, spoken languages, flags, symbols, everything people are doing, the gestures, it's all a kind of symbolization and materialistic things. This is all made up. These things do not exist in reality. The trees, the living trees of the forest, don't know these things, and they don't compare and compete and fight amongst each other for superiority or position, social status, whatever you want to call it, just to survive, like try and beat each other down. The strongest trees aren't going to go and try and chop the weak ones down. Not so strong. You know what I mean? Nature's the power of the universe. The whole universe, the sun, the stars, sun and stars, the designs of clothes, customs, traditions, cooking methods, buildings of ancient to buildings to now, styles of clothing, traditional dances. It's all made up. Nothing really exists. The world was ran differently. Let's say 10 years ago, 100, 200, 1,000 years ago. Things were different. It's not all progress and improvement either, necessarily, okay? When you're trying to control, it means you don't have control. People that want more and more control over everything, it means they have less and less control over anything, over themselves, in their mind. It's a fear thing. They're basing their life on fear, desire, concern to do. They want better. They try to do. They want to make a change because they feel uncomfortable in their lives now. So they're lost, They're completely lost. There is no such thing. The mountains have always been the way the mountains are, and the oceans. So that person you call the prime minister or the mayor or the chairman or the president, the boss, the CEO, the king, whatever you call them, it's just what you call them. People are absolutely confused and deluded. There is no power in a piece of gold or value. It's in the human mind. They rob people for materialistic things and kill each other because human beings put worth on things. The world's ran on violence, is what the world is ran on. If you break certain laws, they'll put you in jail. If you fight against that, they'll forcefully put you in jail, or in some instances, you might get the death sentence. That's why the world is ran on this stuff. It's enforced. Different kinds of armies. Yes, you've got gang warfare. It's just complete violence upon control upon control. Unless you live and let live and have total balance and harmony and value and respect for all people, and don't be greedy. And maybe even if you can, it depends on your level of ability and whatever you can do. If you maybe even help each other too, be a bit more generous. But unless you balance things out, like Lao Tzu said in the Tao Te Ching book, then we're always going to have crazy chaos, And like he said about if you need a leader in the world, some leader or something, then there's always going to be chaos in the world. Meaning, if there's always one over the other, there's going to be chaos. It's always got to be yin and yang, balance, half. It's got to be balanced, right? You've got to value people for who they are. Don't try and force and control people, manipulate them, and manipulate things to be what they're not supposed to be, just through fear. And get people to be. Most people are running around on fear and stress because they don't feel relaxed. They're not doing it as they naturally would be good to do. You know what I mean? So this is the very, very, very sad thing. It really, really is. I'm going to stop this message here anyway, okay? And just say that, But, yeah. If there's got to be a leader, then the world's always going to be in chaos. The leader is nature itself. The leader is the way of all things that is true. That you fit into this picture. When you have a beautiful picture where everything is seen and everything is part of the picture in its existence, then one part should not dominate over the others, so much so that you don't even see them. When you paint a picture, and I'll leave you with this, okay, think this. When you paint a nice picture, you paint, regardless of their sizes and colours, you paint so that everything is seen. Maybe a small little flower in the corner, whatever it is, and a big castle. However, but still everything has its place and composition on the page and colours. You do not painting over painting. You don't paint a mountain on top of the castle and then a tree in front and then just make an absolute mess. That is what society is right now. If you could see clearly that it's an absolute mess, wouldn't you want to absolutely have a clear new start, a new picture, where everything has its place? And then we can have a beautiful picture of what human civilization could be. Thank you for watching.